So I'm here to give my prediction for the upcoming matchup this weekend again with Emmanuel Navarrate versus Dennis Barinchyk. This is for the vacant WBO 135-pound title. Emmanuel Navarrate moves up in weight to challenge him for this belt. So let's get into the tail of the tape. So we got Emmanuel Navarrate, 38 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 31 big wins by knockout. He has an 81% knockout ratio. So Emmanuel Navarrate is definitely dealing with some real heavy hands. You know, definitely brings some serious punching power with him. The awkwardness, decent speed. The awkwardness is the real issue here. Blended in with the power when it comes to Emmanuel Navarrate. All right, 29 years old, 5'7" with a 72-inch arm reach. Okay, so then his challenger, coming out of Ukraine, is Dennis Barinchyk, man. He's at 18 wins, no losses, no draw, 9 wins by knockout. So he has a 50% knockout ratio. Not exactly a big puncher, but a skillful fighter, to say the least. Again, he's one of these Ukrainians, one of these Eastern Bloc country boxers that's advanced in age and don't have that many pro boxing records, pro boxing bouts. All right, that's just the way it is with a lot of those fighters over there. All right, 5'7", he's 36 years old, so he's much older, by like 6 years over Emmanuel Navarrate, but the height is similar, same height. Doesn't say anything about his reach. I don't know what his reach is. BoxRec be tripping, man. They be leaving out certain things, man, but they don't have anything about his reach. All right, now we're gonna get into the last 3 opponents of Emmanuel Navarrate, which was Robson Conceição, Oscar Valdez, and Liam Wilson. Against Navarrate, against Robson Conceição, we had the typical Emmanuel Navarrate, very awkward, wild punching, hard to hit. That's what you got out of this fight. But his wild punching at times is calculated wild punching. I know it's strange to say, but that's what I classify as Emmanuel Navarrate with a lot of his punches. They're wild sometimes. They're all over the place, but it's all a method to his madness, so to speak. So he did good against Conceição. Got a knockdown in the 4th round. Then in the 7th round, he drops him again with a body shot that took a lot of wind out of Conceição, and that began to seal the end of the deal for Conceição to lose that fight. But still, throughout the fight, Conceição still was a live dog. He's a tough dude. But Navarrate came out on top. Typical performance. He got hit. He did get clipped with some shots from Conceição, but he just didn't respect Conceição power. He didn't have enough power to really hurt Navarrate at all. Against Oscar Valdez, we got the typical Mexican warriors, Mexican slugfest. Put on an excellent show for the crowd. Valdez punches a little bit more harder than Conceição, but he absorbed it well. He looked like he got hurt with a few body shots in that fight from Valdez, but Valdez ended up damn near Navarrate ended up damn near closing Oscar Valdez's right eye, but the fight went on in the 12th round to get the decision win for Oscar Navarrate, typical Navarrate, but he put on an A1 performance against Oscar Valdez still. And then against Liam Wilson, which was an excellent fight. They both gave everything they had. This was Navarrate's first knockdown in his career Fourth round, Liam Wilson ended up knocking down Navarrate and hurting him. But after that, it seemed like Navarrete turned it all the way up on Liam Wilson. Was very aggressive throughout the fight until the ninth round stoppage. He got the ninth round knockout of Liam Wilson, and that is where Emmanuel Navarrete faced the most adversity that I ever saw him really face. But he got the knockout, and that's how he got his hands on that WBO 130-pound title, and he sure improved. It looked like when you get Navarrete hurt, man, you better get him out of there, because if you don't, he turns to Super Hulk, and and he gonna smash you. And that's what he did against Liam Wilson, with ninth round stoppage. Now, in the case of Dennis Barinchyk, his last three, they weren't really notable fighters. So definitely Emmanuel Navarrate's last three opponents were definitely bigger names than the opponents that Dennis Barinchyk fought. And those was Anthony Yiggett. We know who that is, of the Rolly Romero fame. And then he fought Ivan Mendy, and then a guy named Isa Shienev. Those were his three last fights. Couldn't really find any footage at all on the Barinchyk versus Yiggett fight. So, we're going to take it down to the next fight that came before the Isa Shienev fight, which was a guy named Jose Sanchez. We're going to look up their footage and see if I can use that at least. And I can't seem to find that fight either. Very strange. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and move it back up to Isa Shienev and see if we can at least find his fight footage. And the Shienev fight is another fight that I can't really find either. But from the little shorts that I saw in a video that another YouTuber made, it pretty much Dennis Barinchyk suffered a broken nose in that fight against Isa Shienev. It went 12 rounds. It went the full gamut. And Dennis Barinchyk obviously ended up winning that fight by decision. And from the little clip that I did see of the fight, it looked like Barinchyk was having issues in it regarding, a lot of the slipping and a lot of the head movement of Isa Shienev, but nonetheless, he ended up winning the fight anyway. And it's the same deal with the Ivan Mendy fight against Barinchyk. For some reason, there's not a lot of Dennis Barinchyk fights or highlights on YouTube. I don't know if you got to go into Top Rank, the app or some, or subscribe to them to watch it. But there's other Top Rank fighters that are higher profile than Barinchyk, and I see a lot of highlights. For some reason, I don't see a lot of Dennis Barinchyk highlights up there. But nonetheless, all these fights ended in unanimous decision, except for the Jose Sanchez. He got a knockout in the third round. And that video, that clip of the knockout, that one I saw, oddly enough. But Barinchyk, he's a brawler, like I said. He loads up on his punches a lot. There's no special effects with Barinchyk. Doesn't really have a lot of speed. So how do I see this matchup, man? Being at Navarrate, he's moving up. We'll get to see how his power really affects Barinchyk, but I'm gonna have to probably go with Emmanuel Navarrete by decision in this fight. Barinchyk is pretty tough, man. So I still got Navarrete probably beating him up for 12 rounds. His defense his Barinchyk defense ain't really something that's really there. It's not spectacular. He loads up a lot on his punches. leaves himself wide open. I think Navarrate's awkwardness and a lot of his punches are going to negate that and going to exploit that. But I don't think he's going to knock him out. I see Barinchyk making it to 12-round decision for Emmanuel Navarrate becoming the new WBO 135-pound champion. I just think Navarrate, his volume is going to be enough, a deciding factor now. And I don't think Barinchyk is a big enough puncher to really have a lasting effect on Navarrate. And Navarrate's chin is pretty solid. So I got Navarrate by decision in this fight. Let me know what y'all think. This is your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm off this. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the video, all that. And I'll see y'all later.